Shalom, my brothers and sisters in Yahuwah, our Elohim, and welcome. Welcome to Yom Reveal, our midweek Bible study, 4th day. Praise Yahuwah. Here we are together again to study His Word. Praise Yah. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Alright, gang. Tonight we're going to continue our study in BERESHITH, which is Genesis. And we will be doing chapters 10, 11, and 12. Please get your Bibles, because the genealogies that we are going over tonight are extremely important genealogies. And I need you to read along with me so that way you understand who these are, because these names appear later on in the Bible over and over and over. And it's important that you know who their fathers are. Okay? Alright? So you might even grab a highlighter, because this is, pretty important stuff. Okay, gang. Grab something to drink. Dun, 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 and get comfy. Get your favorite pillow. And we'll get started this evening. Still over 100 degrees where I live. Pretty warm. They say it's supposed to be cooling off. We'll see. Alright, gang. Are we ready? If you're not ready, just pause the video and we'll be right here waiting for you. Okay? Alright. The beauty of video. Alright, gang. BERESHITH chapter 10. Get ready, because there's a lot of information here. And this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Yavon, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tiras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Rithoth, and Togarmah. And the sons of Yavon, Elishah, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodaman. For these the coastland people of the nations were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their clans, into their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mitzrayim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Sheba, and Havlah, Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabtakah. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush brought forth Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yahuwah. And the beginning of his reign was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Ashur, and built Nineveh, and Rehoboth, and Keilah, and Resen, between Nineveh and Keilah, the great city. And Mitzrayim brought forth Liddim, and Anamim, and Lahabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathrusim, and Calahuim, from whom came the Philistines, and Captorium. And Canaan brought forth Tisdon, his firstborn, and Heth. And the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arwadite, and the Tismarite, and the Hamathite, and afterward the clans of the Canaanites were spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Tisdon as you go towards Gerar, as far as Azah, as you go towards Sodom and Amorah, and Admah, and Tisboim, as far as Lashah. These were the sons of Ham, according to their clans, according to their languages, in their lands, in their nations. And also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, children were born. The sons of Shem, Elam, and Asshur, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram. And the sons of Aram, Utz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. And Arpachshad brought forth Shelah, and Shelah brought forth Eber. And Eber were born 2 sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan brought forth Almadad, and Sheleph, and Hatzarmaveth, and Uriah, and Hadoram, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Abimel, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. And their dwelling place was from Meshah, as you go towards Sephir, a mountain of the east. These were the sons of Shem, according to their clans, according to their languages, in their lands, according to their nations. These were the clans of the sons of Noah, according to their generations, in their nations, and from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. Chapter 11. And all the earth had one language and one speech. And it came to be, as they set out from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to each other, Come, let us make bricks, and bake them thoroughly. And they had bricks for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower, whose top is in the heavens, and make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered over all the face of the earth. Then Yahweh came down to see the city, and the tower, which the sons of men had built. And Yahweh said, Look, they are one people, and they all have one language, and this is what they began to do. And now they are not going to be withheld from doing whatever they plan to do. Come, let us go there and confuse their language, so that they do not understand one another's speech. And Yahweh scattered them from there over the face of all the earth, and they left off building the city. That is why its name was called Babel, because there Yahweh confused the language of all the earth, and from there Yahweh scattered them over the face of all the earth. This is the genealogy of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and brought forth Arpachshad, 2 years after the flood. And after he brought forth Arpachshad, Shem lived 500 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Arpachshad lived 35 years and brought forth Shelah. And after he brought forth Shelah, Arpachshad lived 403 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Shelah lived 30 years, and brought forth Eber. And after he brought forth Eber, Shelah lived 403 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. And Eber lived 34 years, and brought forth Peleg. And after he brought forth Peleg, Eber lived 430 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years, and brought forth Reu. And after he brought forth Reu, Peleg lived 209 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. And Reu lived 32 years, and brought forth Serug. And after he brought forth Serug, Reu lived 207 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years, and brought forth Nahor. And after he brought forth Nahor, Serug lived 200 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years, and brought forth Terah. And after he brought forth Terah, Nahor lived 119 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years, and brought forth Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And this is the genealogy of Terah. Terah brought forth Abram, Nahor, and Haran brought forth Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his birth in Kasdim. And Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Yiscah. And Sarai was barren, she had no children. And Terah took his son Abram, and his grandson Lot, son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife, and they went out with them from Kasdim to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah came to be 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Chapter 12. And Yahweh said to Abram, Go yourself out of your land for your relatives and from your father's house to a land which I show you. And I shall make you a great nation, and bless you, and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. And I shall bless those who bless you, and curse him who curses you, and in you all the clans of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram left, as Yahweh had commanded him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the beings whom they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan, and they came to the land of Canaan. And Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, as far as the timbreth tree of Moreh. And at that time the Canaanites were in the land. And Yahweh appeared to Abram and said, To your seed I give this land. And he built there a slaughter place to Yahweh, who had appeared to him. And from there he moved to the mountain east of Bethel, and he pitched his tent with Bethel on the west, and Ai on the east. And he built there a slaughter place to Yahweh, and called on the name of Yahweh. And Abram set out, continuing toward the south, and a scarcity of food came to be in the land. And Abram went down to Mitzrayim to dwell there, for the scarcity of food was severe in the land. And it came to be, when he was close to entering Mitzrayim, that he said to Sarai his wife, See, I know that you are a beautiful woman to look at. And it shall be, when the Mitzrites see you, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they shall kill me, but let you live. Please say you are my sister, so that it shall be well with me for your sake, and my life be spared because of you. And it came to be, when Abram came into Mitzrayim, that the Mitzrites saw the woman, that she was very beautiful. And Pharaoh's officials saw her, and praised her before Pharaoh, and the woman was taken to Pharaoh's house. And he treated Abram well for her sake, and he had sheep, and cattle, and male donkeys, and male and female servants, and female donkeys, and camels. But Yahweh plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this you have done to me? Why did you not inform me that she was your wife? Why did you say, She is my sister? And so I was going to take her for my wife. Look, here is your wife. Take her and go. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away with his wife and all he had. And that's the end of chapter 12. All right, gang. There's a lot going on there, and those genealogies are incredibly important. So you need to go through and highlight those genealogies, okay? Because they're very important. The son of Gomer is Ashkenaz. Yeah. Look into the Ashkenaz, also known as Rev 2:9. Revelation 2, verse 9. Look into that, because then you will understand some of the dynamics that are happening today in the land of Canaan, not Israel. Canaan. Okay? That's very important to know who the Ashkenaz are. That will help you to understand what's going on right now. Also read Revelation 2:9, because then you'll understand who the Ashkenaz are in the Bible. Okay? That's really important. Also, getting to this point in the Bible, it's probably a good idea to read Yasher, the book of Yasher, because the book of Yasher explains in depth who Nimrod was and the association between Nimrod and Abram. Okay? You need to know all this stuff. This is very, very important. And of course, the cities that were all built, Nineveh, yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah, Mitzrayim, yeah, there's a lot of information in here, so on your own, because this is an advanced study, we're just doing a straight reading, and I'm giving you tidbits at the end for your own knowledge, seeking knowledge and wisdom of Yahuwah. Okay? Seek and you shall find. Ask Yahuwah, and it shall be revealed. Okay? It's on your own. This is your own study. This is your relationship between Yahuwah and yourself. So I'm leaving this in your lap. This is a very, very good reading, and there's a ton of information in there if you seek it. Okay? All right. That is our Yom Revel Bible study for the night. I pray that each and one of you are blessed by Yahuwah, that are seeking his knowledge and wisdom. Blessed by Yahuwah with the knowledge and wisdom of Yahuwah. That's right. For your own knowledge, so that you understand the history, that you understand all of the dynamics that are going on and that have happened and that are still continuing to this day. Yeah, there's a lot there. So please do yourself a favor and research. Look into it. Read Revelation 2:9 and then you'll understand a little better. Because the people that are occupying the land right now are not the children of Yasharel. They are hijackers. And I've been dropping tidbits along the way. In each one of these studies, I've been dropping a nugget. It's in the description, okay? So it will help you along with your knowledge of who is who in the land right now. So you might want to go back and check out those nuggets, okay? All right. That's all I got, gang. I pray each and one of you find the peace and love of Yahweh with his knowledge and wisdom. It's so important. And teach your children, because that is so important. All right. We will see you all for our next study on Shabbat. Okay? Okay. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you then. Shalom.